Hello everyone, I'm BatPan, a bat who uses pan to cook and poison his enemies. In this series of videos, I'll be showing you guys the functions I needed for my game and the way I got them to work. So in this video, we'll be seeing how we can increase or decrease an audio's volume slowly and at a given pace. Doing this function has two methods. This video will cover method number 1 and the next video will cover method 2. So without wasting time, let's start the video. To use an audio, we actually need an audio source. So we first create an audio source. We click on this plus icon and then we go to audio. We add an audio source. Its name is audio source. I'm gonna let it be audio source. So we go here. We don't need to change anything. We actually need an audio clip for this. I actually have a music that I want to use as my audio. So I drag and drop it here. Then we want to, change the volume amount. I want you guys to see the volume amount from the middle of the screen. So for that, I need a text file. You guys don't need this part. You guys don't need the text file. I'm going to do it for the sake of the tutorial. I give it a UI. We need to create a script. I go to my script. I'm going to create a script. I'm going to call it change sound method 1. We need to add a text file, so we're going to say using Unity engine.ui up here. We need the start and the update method, so don't delete them. We actually need some things, so we first need an audio source. So I say public audio source. I'm going to name it source. We need a boolean. You can make it private. I want to make it private, so say private boolean. I'm going to name it can increase sound. It is equal to false. So when it's active, it's going to increase the sound. Then we need a private boolean can decrease sound, which is equal to false. Then we need our text file, so I can show you guys the text, public text. I'm going to name it text amount. Now we need to make the function. I want to make it increase and decrease with the press of a button. So I'm gonna, for example, say when I press W, it increases. When I press S, it decreases. And when I actually press, for example, F, it stops. So to create this, we first need to say what to do when we press keys. So we say if input dot get key down key code dot W. When I press W, I want to increase the sound. So if we want to increase the sound, we should say can increase sound is equal to true and can decrease sound is equal to false. So we don't, decrease the sound. So if we press the S key, so we say is if input dot get key down key code dot S, I want to be able to decrease the sound. So we say can decrease sound is equal to true and can increase sound is equal to false. So what if I want to stop them from actually, increasing or decreasing? To do that, I'm going to say if I press F, stop the volume from changing. So say if input dot get key down key code F. When I press the F key, I don't want to change anything. I want the decreasing and increasing to stop. So we say can increase sound is equal to false and can decrease sound is equal to false as well. So make both of them false. So this is going to change our booleans. So to actually make the functions for the increasing of the sound, we need to say if can increase sound is equal to true. So in here we're gonna actually create the increasing of the function. So we say source dot volume, which is going to take our audio source's volume and press equal 0.25 F. This part is important, times time the delta time. You're gonna have to write this part, so it's gonna change every 1 second. And when we did that, we want to say check if our sound is at 1, which is the maximum amount of audio sources sound. If we're at 1, we want it to stop and say our sound is at the maximum level. So say if source dot volume is bigger or equal to 1. If it is bigger or equal to 1, what do we need to say? We need to say can increase sound is actually equal to false, so it doesn't increase it anymore. Then we debug the log, so we can actually see on the log that we're at the maximum amount. So we say sound is at the highest. sound is at the highest. This is for the increasing. Now for the decreasing, we're gonna go down here. We make it if can decrease sound is actually equal to true, so he recommended me can decrease sound is equal to true. Do not add else here, it will break the code. Just say if, because this one is, you know, two different things. Can decrease sound. If we can decrease the sound, we need to make a function for it. We're gonna say the volume minus equal to 0.25f times time the delta time. Then we check if our source volume is less or equal to 0. If it is, we say can decrease sound is equal to false, and debug.log sound is at the lowest. So it tells us our sound is at the lowest. So we don't want it to, you know, go lower than 0, because it cannot go lower than 0. So when it is actually 0 or lower, we stop it from decreasing. And when it is up here, when we're increasing the sound, when it's actually at 1 or higher than 1, which it cannot go, we stop it from increasing. So this is gonna actually work. So this part I'm gonna add for the tutorial. You guys don't need to add this part. I'm gonna say TUT for the tutorial. This part is showing the amount on the text, so I'm gonna say subtext. It's not subtext, I name it text amount. I name my text subtext in all of my videos, so I thought this one was subtext as well. Sorry, so we say source.volume.toString. So it's gonna show us the volume amount on the text file. ToString actually, you know, makes the integer or float to a string. So the string can be shown on the text file. We created the audio source. We give our code to our audio source. One, we give it the code. It actually needs an audio source. We can give it here. Drag and drop it here, or click on this circle and choose it, and we can give our text from here, or you know, you can drag and drop it here. You guys gotta see this. When I press 0, when I press S, it's gonna decrease, as you guys see. When it reaches 0, it's gonna say sound is at the lowest. When I press W and it goes to 1, it's gonna say sound is at the highest, and it's gonna stop. So when I press F in the middle, it's actually, when I press F in the middle, it actually stops it from moving. When I say W, it goes up. When I press S, it goes down. F, stop. And that's it. What if you want to, you know, change the speed of it and not from the code? You can change these two values from here. What if you don't want to, you know, change the speed from here? You can actually change it outside the code. So we're just gonna say serialized field. We name it private float. I'm gonna say change speed, which is equal to 0.25f by default. We actually don't need to change it from here. So instead of this code, we just say change speed. And instead of this one, we say change speed. Again, when we go to our audio source and we see our code, we see a number actually here. We can change it from 0, you know, for example, 0.5. As you guys see, it moves faster. When I change it, you know, for example, to 75, it actually, you know, moves faster. When I change it to 1, as you guys see, it moves faster. When I change it to 10, as you guys see. So this was the method 1 of how we can change the sound slowly. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I tried to explain it as simple as I could. Now I'm gonna go think about something for the end of the video, as I did in my previous videos.
Come one in a dozen, the other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the...
So this is what I created for the end of the video. I hope you guys like it, and it took a lot of time for me as I was sick. I'm sorry I couldn't, you know, make it even better. I might actually use a function that I, you know, understood when I was actually creating this video ending, and, you know, create a tutorial about that as well. So I hope you enjoy the ending. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.